good, YouTube? Macex back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at Indiana's top 10 high school recruits. So Indiana, well known as a basketball state. When out-of-staters think of Indiana, they're going to think of probably two things: corn and basketball. But I'd say the last 15 to 20 years, since the mid-2000s, Indiana as a state and as a whole has really prioritized the investment towards football. Every year we get more and more Division I, now Power 4 recruits each year. Last year in the class of 2024, we had a 5-star recruit in Mylan Graham. Indiana, as far as we've come, still we're not a state where 5-star recruits just come out every year like a Georgia or Florida. So it was a big deal. This year we're continuing that momentum. So that's what we're going to look at today. And if you're new to this channel, or if you haven't already, definitely like and subscribe to this video as it helps the channel grow. Odds are you're a football fan because you clicked on this video and you're listening to this intro right now. We're on the road to 1K, and every every subscription helps. But enough with all that. Let's go ahead and get back into this video. The 24/7 top 10 high school recruits. I'm ready to get into it. And without further ado, let's get to it. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So Indiana's #1 high school prospect is Marion Dye out of Elkhart High School in Elkhart, Indiana. Marion Dye is listed at 6'5", 270 pounds. He's a 4-star recruit with a 24/7 composite score of .9509. Dye is the number 8 edge rusher in the nation. He's committed to Tennessee, so he'll be headed most likely to the SEC. And looking over Marion Dye's highlight tape, very big guy. I mean, he's listed at 270. It's very obvious he stands out like a sore thumb. He's very big, very strong, heavy pursuit, and you always want to see your most talented guys play with effort and motor. And that's what I've seen, whether it's sprinting cross field, chase down tackles. I just like guys that have talent but also have passion, and they play with passion like they love the game. Headed to a big school like Tennessee, who has an edge rusher now who may be the #1 pick. Maybe he can follow those footsteps if he officially signs. We're just going to have to see. But Marion Dye, the #1 recruit from the state of Indiana. All right, moving on to our #2 high school prospect for Indiana, and that's Damian Shanklin out of Warren Central High School, located in Indianapolis, Indiana. He's listed at 6'4", right around 230, 235, 4-star recruit with a 24/7 composite score of .9503, the #10 edge rusher in the nation. He's committed to LSU, so as it stands right now, he will be taking his talents down south in the SEC. Now, Damian Shanklin goes to a very prestigious high school, probably the most prestigious high school in the state of Indiana, in Warren Central. I actually went there for a year before moving to Georgia, and since the 2000s, it's been a D1 factory. He's continuing the D1 legacy for Warren Central. He's built like your prototypical edge rusher, outside linebackers. Checks a lot of the measurement boxes, very lanky. Like I said, about 230, 235 going in his senior year. Very explosive. His first step is silly. Tackles at the high school level really don't stand a chance with the first step. Chase down artist. Bend is very fluid. To be a taller, lankier guy, I really like his bend. You can tell he works on his craft and technique with his coaches. And at the next level, I could see him being utilized all over the defense. He really flashes a lot of potential for versatility. The potential is there. He's a lot of scouts' #1 prospect in the state of Indiana. That's how good he is. All right, moving on to our 3rd ranked high school prospect from the state of Indiana, and that's Mark Zachary IV out of Ben Davis High School, located in Indianapolis, Indiana. Zachary's listed at 5'10", 164 pounds, a 4-star recruit, and a 24/7 composite score of .9421. And he's the 15th ranked corner in the nation, and he's committed to Notre Dame. So as it stands, he's going to stay home in the state of Indiana and go up to northern Indiana and play up in South Bend. Now, Ben Davis, that's the rival school for Warren Central. If there's another historic high school football program in the state of Indiana, you're going to hear Ben Davis in addition to Warren Central. Now, Mark Zachary started very early in his high school career, has a really good high school resume, which means a lot because, as I mentioned, Ben Davis is a very prestigious high school. He's a two-way player, so he plays offense and defense. He's very quick, good technique, very savvy. Recovery speed is really good as well, and he plays the ball well. Next up at number 4, we have Brock Scott out of Leo High School in Leo, Indiana. Scott is a 6'3", 215-pound tight end. 24/7 has him as a 4-star prospect with a composite score of .9208. Tight end, he's the number 10 ranked tight end in the nation. He's committed to the Miami Hurricane. Going to the ACC, two-way player. Looking at him on both sides of the ball, he dang near is more impactful as an outside linebacker, to be honest. So it wouldn't surprise me at some point, whether he stays at Miami or in this era transfers to another school, if some point during his college career he ends up switching over to the defense, because man, he has a lot of potential there. That's what I gotta say. Athletic as hell. And on offense, when the ball's in his hand, I mean, he played out wide a lot because he was more athletic, pretty much faster than the corners he played at the high school level. On defense, very dominant. 19 sacks as a 16-year-old junior with 32 tackles for loss. This guy has a lot of potential. Number 5, we have John Anthony Hall from Fishers High School, located in Fishers, Indiana. John Anthony Hall is a 6'1", 170-pound wide receiver. 24/7 has him ranked as a 4-star prospect with a composite score of .9165, the number 29 ranked receiver in the nation. He's committed to Stanford, so taking his talents all the way over on the West Coast to California to play for Stanford, a very prestigious academic school. Fishers High School, one of the newer high schools at the 6A football level, as their school came into existence, I believe, around 2006. He's a 3-sport athlete: football, basketball, and track. So you always like when your football guys translate to other sports. To me, it's just something about that. It's just a green flag in my book. He's got above average speed. He's an above average route runner as well. Scouts believe he does possess power 4 upside to eventually become the number 1 wide receiver at Stanford. So scouts really see a lot of potential. At number 6, we have Mason Alexander out of Hamilton Southeastern, also located in Fishers, Indiana. Already one of my more favorite high school prospects in the entire nation because he has one of the best first names that's out there, if we're being honest. Alexander's a 6', 180 cornerback. 24/7 has him ranked as a 4-star recruit with a composite score of .8976, the 31st ranked corner in the nation. He's committed to Pittsburgh, played a lot of safety in high school, but projects as a corner. But he's a coverage DB. I really liked his highlight tape. Really plays the ball well when it's in the air. Pretty decent size, has a lot of potential, and I can see him becoming a starter in a couple years in college. At number 7, we have Eugene Hilton Jr. out of Zionsville High School, located in Zionsville, Indiana. Hilton is listed as a 6'2", 195-pound receiver, the number 63rd ranked receiver in the nation, 24/7 composite score of .8976. He's a 4-star recruit and he's committed to Wisconsin, so staying in the Big Ten. Hilton Jr., if you're curious or if he looks similar to somebody, yes, he is the son of Colts legend T.Y. Hilton, aka Eugene Hilton Sr., one of the biggest fan favorites that you're going to find in Colts Nation. So Hilton Jr. is definitely following his father's footsteps. 46 catches, 10 touchdowns as a junior, looking to reciprocate that. Definitely a lot bigger than his father. So we'll see how he goes. Wisconsin's not known for producing NFL caliber wide receivers, but I'm definitely going to keep a close eye on him, and hopefully he can definitely make some noise in the Big Ten. Moving on to number 8, we got Tyrone Burris Jr. from Warren Central High School in Indianapolis, Indiana. So we got 2 Warren Central guys in the top 10. Tyrone Burris is a 3-star recruit with a 24/7 composite score of .8739. He's listed at 6'4", 235 pounds, the number 36 edge rusher in the nation, and right now he's committed to Louisville. So Burris Jr., really good productivity, early varsity experience, which is always good, especially prestigious high schools like Warren Central. Burris is very athletic, runs track as well as an edge rusher. I believe even in the 100-meter dash actually ran sub 12 seconds, 11.9, which is very impressive for somebody over 200 pounds, especially at that height as well. Last season, a very solid 5.5 sacks. Keep in mind, he plays with the number 2 edge rusher in the nation over on the other side. So stats are going to be skewed a little bit because he has such a talented guy on the other side of the line. But he's a guy that I could see becoming a starter at some point over at Louisville. He has a lot of the traits that you want to see. Very athletic. Tyrone Burris Jr. is somebody I think could really make some noise over in the ACC. Moving on to number 9, we got Brandon Logan out of Nelson Snyder High School in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Logan is a 3-star recruit with a composite score of .8739. Logan is the number 63rd ranked safety in the nation, and as of now, he's committed to Notre Dame. So Notre Dame has 2 high school recruits in the top 10 from Indiana. Now, Logan's very instinctive, very athletic. He's a ball hawk. Last year, 6 interceptions, very strong physical hitter, very intimidating play style. He looks like he really gets in your face. He's not shy, and he can really intimidate the offense, particularly the receivers. So I really like safeties like that. Kind of has that old school play style, and I like that because he's also a ball hawk, so he's not just another glorified linebacker. But Brandon Logan going to Notre Dame, really talented player with a lot of potential. Last but not least, number 10, we got Cameron Herron, also from Warren Central, located in Indianapolis, Indiana. So 3 Warren Central players listed in the top 10. So you would expect Warren has a lot of expectations going into the season this year in 2024. But Cameron Herring is a 6'4", 275-pound interior offensive lineman. He's a 3-star recruit and has a 24/7 composite score of .8722, number 48th ranked interior offensive lineman in the nation. And currently he's committed to Iowa. Iowa, as we know, they breed tight ends and offensive linemen. I think this will be a great developmental place for Herring. He's a good finisher. If he sees you falling in the engagement of a block, he's going to do his will to land on top of you. Definitely a lot further along in run blocking in comparison to pass blocking, but like I said, most likely not ready to play right now at the Power 4 level. But I think with 2, maybe 3 years of development by his junior, senior year, I think he could be a really good guard. All right, there you have it. Indiana's top 10 high school recruits according to 24/7 Sports. If you made it this far in the video, I deeply appreciate it. If you haven't already, definitely like and subscribe to this video. I appreciate the support. It really helps the channel. Throw in some comments there, man. Let me know what you think. If you're from the state of Indiana, this is a good time to be a football fan, man. As I say all the time, we got high school football, college. We got the NFL coming up actually in about 2 or 3 weeks from the time of this recording, man. What a time to be alive if you're a football fan. But definitely, we got more videos coming in the chamber. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope y'all have a good one. I'm out of here.